We finally got to a point in the development of Vanquish where we got over one hump. So finally got a little bit of time, but then right after that we're here at E3. So I haven't really had much time to do much of anything. So I was able to make exactly the sort of the game that I wanted to do with a lot of freedom. And so in that sense, it was a lot of fun, but it didn't sell very well. I think if once I get a hit game out there, then I'll get the chance to try something like that again. There's a lot of different games that I want to make, and I'd really love it if I could make all kinds of different small games, but everyone thinks that everyone wants me to make big hit games, and the people expecting me to make certain kinds of big hit games can get a little bit tiresome, and I get bored easily. Rather than any one specific feature, any one specific move, I think that if players get into a difficult spot in the game and they're able to fight their way out of it using their own combination of different moves and come out the other end with a feeling of accomplishment and satisfaction, then I'll be really happy. So it's in there for two reasons. First, it's there to help develop the main character a little bit. It's the future, and somehow yet this guy is still smoking. So that's one reason to differentiate him a little bit. And the second reason is gameplay-wise, if you light a cigarette and you toss it, then enemies follow the thermal signature of the lit cigarette, and so it makes it easier to shoot them for a set period of time. It's just in there as a minor little element. It's not something that the player is going to be doing throughout the entire game. It's just a useful little game element. So at the most basic level, you use the boost to slide into cover safely. But you can boost and then chain that into a jumping kick. You can boost and jump and then and slow time down, slow the gameplay down, and shoot enemies in midair. It chains into more and more dramatic effects that you can use, so each player can experiment and use it however they want to. Like you said, hardware has been evolving this whole time, but at the same time, as far as the ease of making games and the cost of making games, that's been, it's become more difficult, much more expensive to make games. You've got teams of hundreds of people working on one game now. And I wouldn't really want to see that continue too much more down the same path. I don't want to see 500 people teams, 1,000, 2,000 people teams, because at that point, as a game creator, you're only working on a very small part of the game. You can't work on the big picture too much anymore. So I'm not sure I'd want to see this same trend continue. If it's possible to make games with a smaller number of people, it should be, I think that's going to be much easier for more unique games, more fun games to reach the market. But what current users are looking for are the big epic games. There's a game I've always wanted to make where you've got a bowl of ramen, of hot noodles, and there's this little bubble of grease, there's bubbles of grease floating on top of the soup, and so you poke them with a chopstick and you connect them all. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I'm not really sure. This time I haven't had a chance to check out the 3D stuff yet, or Natal or Move or anything. I really want to see the 3DS though.
3DS が見たい。
This is gonna be fun.